And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
I'll go special! I'll go special! He can't hang.
Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Left pass. Tempo. Right there. 56.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that. And keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
14, Block that.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Check 55 to Mike. Good job right there. Move 15. Out. Check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On first down, it's Carson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. 19. You got tight right there. Check. Reload. Hop. Hey, check right. 36 power. Tighten up.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Got to do better.
To throw is Wilson. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Wilson flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go. Pick the edge. Come.
Second and 13. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Watch safety creep.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey. Anyone. He's coming. Double up. Check three.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the ground, Kamara. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Just like that. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 4.
This is Murray.
Go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
At the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Hey, 0.
Now Wilson, operating from the gun. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Green 80. I'm here all day. Alert!
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Williams with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Kamara try the right side. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Again, it's Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They run it again with Kamara. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Right there, right. That's good. 56. Stay with your man. 56, the mark, boy. 56.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New Orleans, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon.